Hi to all the Form 4 and Form 5 students. Welcome back to my channel. Let's study Maths. I'm sure you can get A+ for Maths if you follow my channel consistently. Let's have a look of the paper 1 for SPM exam or for KSSM final exam. Paper 1 consists of 40 objective questions. Let's see, number 1 is about the significant figures. Okay, this topic you learn in your lower form, right? Significant figure. So you have to revise before you go for your final exam. Significant figures. So round off to 3 significant figures and then add 0.00732. So first of all, we highlight the keywords. 3 significant figures. So by looking at the number given, 0.02435. Okay, so we have to round up to 0.0244 because after 3 is a number, is a digit more than 5 or 5. So we have to add 1 to the 3, and then after that we add with the 0.0732. So the answer that we get must be 0.0. Okay, let's add the number first. Okay, we'll get 0.03172, right? So because the instruction of the question is you have to write your answer in standard form. So if we want to convert to standard form, is 0.03172 is equivalent to 3.172 times 10 to the power of negative 2. Alright. This is because a standard form number, the A, the number in front, must be more than 1. Okay, must be more than 1. It can be 1. Alright. Okay. Now we will discuss question number 2. Question number 2 is about the bases, number bases that you learn in lower, I think you learn in Form 4, right? Not lower form. So you just learned for Form 4 student. Okay, state the value of digit 2 in the number of 1326 base 8 in base 10. So let's label accordingly. Base 8. So we start from the right to left, 8 power 0, 8 power 1, 8 power 2, and 8 power 3. Alright, please follow the way to label, okay, so that you are aware that that is a place value since it is base 8. So we will use expansion, so it will be digit times with the place value, so 2 times 8, so your answer is 16. For this question, find the sum of 0.0368 and 12.1 times 10 to the power of negative 3. Is quite simple, so we will convert to standard form, which is 3.68 times 10 to the power of negative 2, and then we will plus with 1.21 times 10 to the power of negative 2. Do you know how to convert this? You just write 12.1 as 1.21 times 10 power 1 and times 10 negative 3. So your answer is 1.21 times 10 to the power of negative 2, and you add the two standard form number. So it will be 4.89 times 10 to the power of negative 2. So you may use your calculator to double check your answer. Okay. Now we will discuss question number 4, which actually is number bases. So first of all, the P and Q are two numbers in base 2. So the difference between P and Q is 10011 base 2. So the difference means minus. Okay, P minus Q equal to 10011 base 2. So we will actually try to use conversion we convert the base 2 to base 10. You may use a calculator to do, but I prefer to convert to base 10. It will be more meaningful to me if I know the value in base 10. So I will find the place value by label on top. This is 2, 0. Start with the right hand side. 2, 1, and then go to the left. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. Alright, so we will just add on 1 times 16 plus 1 times 2, which is 2, plus 1 times 2, 0 is 1 times 1. So, okay, the value is equivalent to 19 in base 10. And then I will go to the answer and try to find the answer by converting to base 10. So I try to label the place value 1, 2, 4. So this is 6. Okay. So, and then for Q, I will memorize the place value for base 2 as 1, 2, and then 4, and then 8 and 16. So it's easier for me to label later on. So I can add very fast if I can memorize the place value. It's always start with a 1. If it is base 2, it's 1, 2, 4. Okay, again I show you how I get 6. 4 plus 2. So this is 1, 2, 8, 16. So I just add on. It's 27, right? 16 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1. 27. So if I find the difference, 27 minus 6, I cannot get 19. So the A was wrong. So how about B? If I add on, the P is 101, okay, which is equivalent to 5, and then the Q is 26. So if I find the difference, I won't get 19, which is base in base 10. So I will get 26 minus 5, which is 21. So this is not the right answer. So for, how about the next one is 2 plus 8, which is 10, and the Q is 1, 2, 8, 16. So I get the 27 and 10. So I still cannot get the answer of 19 if I find the difference. So finally, I'm sure the answer should be D. Okay, so let's confirm the answer. I get 12 for P, and then I convert to base 10 for Q. I'm getting 31. So 31 minus 12 is obviously is 19, isn't it? So the answer for D is 19. Okay, so that's how you solve the number bases. Always convert to the base 10. Of course, you can use the calculator, but I'm sure many of you try to do before you use a calculator so that you can double check your careless mistake, right? So, okay, for mathematics, we aim for A+. Alright, so please try to reduce your careless mistake. Okay, so we have solved the number bases right now. Now we will proceed to the next one, which is question number 5. So this one, actually you can use your calculator. Okay, it's a simple calculation, but please highlight correct to two significant figures. So if you use a calculator, when you divide, you can divide twice. That means you press 184.38, divide by 0.12, equal first, and divide by 350. But before that, you have to double check your calculator. So the answer is B for that. For this one, you are given 105, and also you are asking find the sum of interior angles for polygon N. Okay, interior angles. So what is interior angles? So let's study the diagram. This is according to the question is a regular hexagon. So the interior angle for the hexagon, you should know is 120, right? Alright, so we will label the angle first. So it's a regular hexagon, so please take note, a regular hexagon. So an angle for the interior angle is 120 for each one. So they are equal side, regular, so the angle will be the same for all the interior angle. So with that we can find the balance, that is angle R. We will take 360 minus 105 degree and minus 120 degree. So the angle R is the interior angle for the N. So with the interior angle we can find the exterior angle, and with the exterior angle we can find the number of the side, and then we can take the number of the side times with the interior angle. So each of the interior angle is 135 degree, and you have 8, so you have to times 8. 8 times 135 degree is 1080, so the answer is C. Right, so the formula for number of side is we have to take 360 divided by the exterior angle. Remember, this is a very important formula. So sometimes we say exterior angle is equivalent to 360 degree divided by N. In other words, we can say N is 360 over exterior angle. So with that we can solve the interior angle for the N. Alright, so I'm sure you can do if you understand the formula of number of side is equivalent to 360 degree over the exterior angle. Alright, so for this one is also your form 1 to form 3 basic. So you have a hexagon again. So the internal angle for hexagon is 120 degree. Please bear in mind that. So each of the angle will be equivalent to 120 degree because it's a regular hexagon. With that we can use a concept of the parallel lines. Okay, we have the alternate angle, right? Alright, so we label all the angle. Okay, then we will use a concept of the angles for the pairs of parallel lines. So we try to solve. So you have 60 degree, you have 120 degree, and of course the Q is 360 degree minus out 70. Okay, the quadrilateral total interior angle is 360. You minus 70 minus 60 minus 120, so you get the balance, which is angle Q. Alright, with the angle Q, then you can solve the angle Y. Okay, so this is quite simple. It's just that I'm a bit worried that you will make careless mistake. If not, I think majority of you can score A+, I'm sure. So okay, so let's complete the question by finding Y, and then for the X you shouldn't have problem because obviously X is quite easy to find, isn't it? Alright, so the answer is D, okay, because we have solved it. So now it's quite simple for this question. So now I proceed to so let me finish it first before I proceed to the next one. So I managed to find the Y, which is 360 minus 120 minus 110. So it's 130 plus the 60 degree. So the X plus Y is 130 plus 60. So the answer is 190 degree, right? X plus Y. So we have solved the this question. So now we go to the circle. Okay, for circle we will try to work out all the angles like this. If it is radius, it should be isosceles. So first of all, we work out 35, 118 minus 145, 35. And because we have the isosceles triangle with the radius as the equal side, so we have 35. Then with that we can find the 110, and then we can find the 70, and we can solve the x is just 90 minus 70 degrees, so the x is 20. Okay, all these are the basic form 1 to form 3. So next we'll proceed to the next question. Now this is about the enlargement. I guess you have the object, you have the image, so please label first. So from the object, actually we will do enlargement, so we can just focus to the square inside the circle, because the question is asking to find the scale factor. So I will take the formula for scale factor is length of image over length of object. So I will take the side of the image, which is 4 divided by 2 is the corresponding side for the object. So then the scale factor is 2, and it is positive because the object and image are actually at the same direction, correspond to the center of enlargement. Alright, unless they are opposite to each other from the center of enlargement, then it will be negative. Okay, for this question, you are asking to find the tangent value. So first of all, you're given the information that the area of the square is 3 to 4. Then you can find the side of each of the side of the square, which is 18. With the 18, they also give you the ratio. So the ratio for ST is 1, and the ratio for the T is 5. Okay, so by using the ratio, we can actually find the length for each one. So we have 6 portion equal to 18, so 1 portion is 3, 5 portion will 15. With that, we can find the length of RU by using Pythagoras theorem, which is 25 square minus 15 square, okay, which is equivalent to square root of 400. Okay, so you don't have to press your calculator, you just maintain your answer as square root 400, and I'm sure you will get the answer from the answer given. Alright, so your answer given is for tangent TU. Okay, we want to find a tangent R, or RUT is equivalent to tangent is TOA. So that means we will find the opposite length over adjacent length. So the opposite length is 15, right? Okay, opposite length is 15, and the adjacent length is the answer that just now we use a Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so the answer is 15 over square root of 400. So the answer is given without simplified to the value, so you just choose the best answer. Okay, for this question in the diagram, we have 2 triangle. So you're asking to solve the, okay, so to solve the triangle. So first of all, we use a Pythagoras theorem. So we will take 25 square minus 7 square, and then we will find the length. Length of PR is 25 square minus 7 square. Then we get answer 24. So we will label answer 24. And then because M is the midpoint, so the length will be 12 each one. So now we want to find we are asking to find the tangent X, but we always find the angle that is adjacent to the X, because we can use the right angle triangle. So for tangent Y, is actually we have to use a Pythagoras theorem again to find the length of QR, right? So the length of QR can be found because the measurement is 25 square minus 24 square, so then you have to square root your answer. Alright, so the QR's length can be obtained by using Pythagoras theorem, so it's 7. That means it will be 7 for both sides. Okay, because the R is the midpoint. So if it is midpoint, then it will divide the line into two equal balance sides. So because of tangent y is 7/12, hence a tangent x will be just at the negative value, because obviously this is in second quadrant. Remember, all sine teacher crazy. Meaning that sine is the second quadrant, it is positive. The rest will be negative. That means tangent and cosine will be negative at the second quadrant. Alright? So now we go to question number 12. Okay, now you're asking to find the angle between the plane and the plane. So normally I will advise you to identify the plane first. So we try to highlight the plane so that we won't make careless mistake. So this is the plane down, okay, down there, and we have another plane up there. So we have to find the angle between the two planes. So according to the diagram, we highlight the plane, which is we use a blue color to highlight. So after you highlight, then you focus to the point whereby the plane joining together. That should be the angle. So I'm using blue color pen to highlight the other plane. So by right, you have to understand how you get the angle between these two planes. So because they are having a common letter, so the common letter will be the angle between the two planes, x. So we need to complete the 3 alphabets, okay, for the angle. So we have the midpoint, right, P from the blue one and the Q from the red one. So because the PQ is a perpendicular, we call it normal, right? So after you got the angle between the plane and plane, maybe you can try to work out a right angle triangle like this before you do the calculation, right? So the angle is angle PXQ. Okay, make sure you are following well with my revision with you so that you can do well in your final exam or your SPM exam. So the concept is you maybe you can say you just tear out the plane and then you put on the plane, on the horizontal plane, and then you can see the concept is we will draw the line of intersection between them, which is PQ. PQ is a line of intersection, and then we'll draw another line which is a line of perpendicular, right? Line of intersection and line of perpendicular. It must be 90 degrees between the two lines so that you can find the angle. This is actually the basic concept. So yes, so there is a 90 degree between line of perpendicular and line of intersection. Alright, so we have managed to find the answer for this one. Let's see, this is A, PXQ, angle PXQ. Now let's proceed to the next one, which is this one is about the angle of depression. I'm sure you learned before. Okay, it actually combined with the depression and elevation sometimes. So the angle of depression of S from R, from is very important. okay, is 55 degrees. We always start with the from. Okay, from R. So from R we draw a line like this. Then we will connect the R to the point that we want to view, because we call as line of view. So the depression, make sure you draw an arrow to show the angle is measuring down, so it's 55 degree. Then only you try to apply the tangent so that you can find the side, okay, one of the side. So let's do it seriously. Okay, all right, now let's see this question. It's about the angle of depression. Okay, the height of the tower is 80 meter, so you're given 50 meter, so that means the balance is Q to R is 30 meter. Alright, so you have point P and you have point S. So the angle of depression of S from R, so we go to the R and we draw the line of sight. That's called line of sight. Okay, so this is a line of sight. We actually measuring down the angle, which is 55 degree. So we can use the concept of the two parallel line, which is we can find the 55 degree also because of the two parallel line. So so the balance of the height should be 30, and then we can find the other length, which is PS, right? With the PS, then only we can find the angle of elevation. Okay, so let's see how we work out the PR. So, PS, sorry, we have to work out the PS. So I draw the line in blue color for PS. So I label as X, and then I will say tangent 55 is 80 over X. So I solve the X. My answer is 80 over tangent 55. With that angle, with that side, I'm going to label the side that I found using trigo. Alright, after that, so I will try to solve the angle of elevation. So my X is 56.0166 centimeter. Now I'm going to find the angle of elevation. Okay, let's see how to find angle of elevation. It's not always we have to use the sine or cos or tangent. So we can use any of the trigo in order to find the angle. So if you can't find the angle using tangent, you should try out using sine or cosine. Okay, I'm sure you can get the answer. So that is the line of sight in green color is look up. So the theta is angle of elevation. So since I just got the X, so I just help you to find the tangent theta is 50 over the length just now I got is I just use the length just now, and then I just dy and I shift tangent in order to get the angle of elevation. Alright, so it's quite simple. So answer is 41.75 degree. So settle. We have solved the trigo. We have solved the angle of elevation. Okay, and for this topic, for angle between the plane and line and plane. Okay, so we always use a trigo. Now next question is about this one. You're asking to find the you have a ferry, is it? This is a jetty. So now we want to find the angle Okay, angle of elevation from the point given, which is point Q, right? You have a point Q. So angle of elevation of P from the anchor Q is 51 degrees. So you are given the angle of elevation. So you can just form a right angle triangle, and then you can use maybe sine or cos or tangent, depends on the side given there. Alright, so long as you know the two sides, then you can use the trigo. So I will label 51 degree there. Then later I will find the height. Okay, let's say the height I'm not sure, so I can label as h. Then I just apply the trigo, I can get the answer. If you try to use the tangent, you can't get the answer because you don't have the side, right? So you have to maybe try to draw the triangle with the arrow. So the opposite is h, and the baseline there we don't have. So but we have the hypotenuse, so we do just use the tangent 51 equal to, okay, you have to write down, is actually so for we will use a sign because it seems like we cannot get the information from h. So your h is 30 sine 51 degrees. You can press your calculator to get the answer. I'm sure the answer is 23.314378884. So the best answer is you must round off to two significant figures so that your answer will be accurate. Okay, so if there is no instruction, we will stick to 4 significant figures. So my dear students, I think I will share about 15 questions by today. Okay, for the next video, I try to discuss another 15 questions, and finally I will complete the whole paper 1 set with 40 questions of the objective. Okay, please take care and bye bye. Have a nice day. Let's have a cup of coffee, enjoy our life. Okay, bye bye.